Of opportunity. I am Trey. This is everybody else. I just don't feel like listing off all the names, guys. I'm sorry. But you can read them.
Yeah, I'm guessing if they're watching this, they know how to read, so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Congratulations, you've passed a low bar test. Anyway, welcome to Attack of Opportunity. This is our weekly Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We are currently working our way through a quick jaunt through Barovia, doing some Curse of Strahd pieces. I'm gonna bump it to Zahrt for some other random stuff.
You know what? Yeah, right now, I've got to say is make sure that you follow us on Twitter at Attack of Op. Also, if you're watching us on Twitch, which if you're watching right now, then you are, make sure that you give us a follow. We're currently at 13 followers. We are trying to get to 15 today. That would be awesome if you can go ahead and give us a follow.
15.
If you have a Twitch account, it's free. If you don't have a Twitch account, you can make one for free and follow us for free. And that would be awesome. Tell all your friends if you like us. If you don't, tell your enemies.
Yeah. Tell people that hate us to watch us. They'll love it.
Or that you hate to watch us.
Yeah,
that's
people
fine
love
too.
to hate things. I think that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. What else do we have going on? We have other shows that happen during the week. On Saturdays, we are currently doing The Solution. It's a mystery puzzle show that happens at 1 p.m. on Saturday, and then at 4 p.m. on Saturday, or 7 p.m. on Saturday, we are doing Playing with Myself, where I do role-playing solo adventures. On Saturday, I did a Pathfinder one. It was like 45 minutes long. It was great. It was fun. Played through it, died. It was great.
It was kind of abrupt.
It seems to be the trend. Play by yourself, you're gonna die. The world's a dangerous place. Take your friends. Anyway, is everybody ready to play some D&D?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Awesome.
I leveled up, so I'm ready.
Awesome. Yeah, we're level 4 now. Yeah. This is our second session in Barovia, our second day, in fact, in Barovia. Last week we met the people of Barovia, and we learned a lot and began to get an idea of their struggles. You once again encountered the Tiefling Sin, who said she had someone you needed to meet, and that they needed your help to defeat Strahd and free the people of Barovia. You had a card reading with a gypsy fortune teller, and it seemed to imply that the cards would help you defeat Strahd, and would lead you to the things that would aid you in your quest. You saw, as you left the card reading, you saw the spirits of all the past adventurers walk down the road in front of you, making their way to Castle Ravenloft to attempt to fight Strahd to free themselves from the trap that is Barovia. You made friends. Ismark, he has agreed to help you confront Strahd, but first he needed your help getting his sister to a secure location in the village of Valakai. You also decided you needed to go get a sword, but from where was slightly more elusive. The gypsy woman said, I see a garden dusted with snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. Look not to the garden, but to the guardian. And, we were left with questions. Where could that be? What does it mean? Don't know. You are now with Ismark and Irina in their mansion, as you look to begin your journey, as time is of the essence. The Strahd has invited you for dinner in 2 days at Castle Ravenloft. And luckily, having recently removed the corpse from Ismark and Irina's home, it smells considerably nicer inside the house. You were on your own for breakfast and set about preparing yourself to get ready for the journey to Valakai with Ismark, who insists on that happens as soon as possible and during the day. And that's where we begin.
Okay.
Well, howdy doody. It's probably nice to sleep in a proper rich person's bed.
All right,
please, about that.
Right.
Feather pillows and shit. Oh yeah.
You had the finest of feather pillows They hadn't been used in quite some time because most nights were spent waiting by the windows for the vampires to attack the house.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Real dusty. So this is still the same day, right? We did the thing and then we came back.
Oh, we just lost somebody.
Well, Zahrt.
Uh-oh.
He'll be back.
Bye bye.
Oh, I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Oh, nice. But now my torso is Trey's torso.
Yeah, it's all broken. It looks very strange. Looks very,
Nice.
very strange.
It's all right. I'll be back.
Yeah. Yep. That's what's happening.
Moving on. Is Mark, are you coming with us to this? We're going to the Abbey. Yeah? Or are we not moving on?
I'm sorry. What is happening? I'm very distracted right now.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Should I go check on him? You guys want me to go check on him?
Maybe.
think that's
I
a
don't
good
know if he
idea.
knows that this happened.
I'm sure he
yeah, I
knows
mean,
that
if he's
not on
watching,
the
you know.
I mean,
screen.
clearly they have internet. Colleen's here.
Colleen will check.
Yeah.
Did he not charge his computer?
I don't know. This broke things far more than I expected it to, and that's really unfortunate. It's really, really
All right.
unfortunate.
For some reason, he says that the internet cut out or something happened, and he has to restart his computer.
Oh, good.
He's gonna be here as soon as he can.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, this is terrible.
Sorry.
Yeah. We'll be back in a minute. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, I think we're back. Yay! All right, let's try this again.
Hey.
Oh, it's all normal now.
All right, so everything I said before still applies. You are now in the mansion after having taken the Berger to be buried in the church's cemetery. Ismark is saying to you that he needs to take his sister Irina to the village of Valakai to secure her somewhere there. That is where we
But
left
she
off.
wants to come with us.
Irina?
Yeah, didn't she say she wants to come with us? I think I have her written down.
Irina
okay.
is maybe.
She should come with us.
Gotta convince
if
her
she wants
brother.
to. No, I don't.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
She can do whatever she wants. Well, I'm ready to go whenever you guys
Strong,
are.
independent woman.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're telling me they're not serving us breakfast in the mansion?
I mean, it's like lunchtime at this point.
Well, what the hell?
And mansion is a rough way to put this. I mean, you remember it's been attacked by vampires for multiple weeks on end.
Yeah, it's probably like musty and dusty and gross, but I'm cool with it.
All right. Well, onward we ride into the raging fury, setting our course by the moon and sun. I say.
Bonkers.
neither. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
cloudy.
All right, let's do that.
Okay,
All right.
so we're going to this abbey. Yeah.
I don't know what abbey are we talking about? I don't know what you are
I
talking
have
about.
done the Abbey of St. Markovia, but I don't know what it means.
I
That
don't know why
was-
you wrote down Abbey of St. Markovia either.
I don't know either.
Nice.
You talk really fast.
It was something to do with, it was something to do with the Sword of the Sun. Somebody mentioned that
that where
there's
we're going?
scarecrows in the garden at St. Markovia.
Yeah, isn't that where we're going?
And the
We gotta go
scarecrow
to
was
sword.
referenced in the other
Yeah.
prophecy bits.
See,
Yeah.
this is why I take notes. Yeah.
Hold on one
That's what I
second.
wrote down.
Let me make sure that I'm not crazy. Not it. Oh, yeah, word. Okay.
So you're not crazy?
No, that
Which
is
one of us
that
is
that
crazy?
information was in fact accurate. I think what you are missing is the bigger picture of where is the Abbey of St. Markovia?
But didn't we establish? I mean, it's a trek, but it's not like what did you say? Like a half a day or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, give or take, but it's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's significantly farther than where you're headed to today.
Well, that's what we have. That's the direction that we have. We don't really have any other jumping off point. We've got something about the queen is buried beneath the Queen Rivonia is buried beneath.
Okay, well, Ismark is going nowhere but Valakai with his sister at the moment.
Yeah, so we got to deal with Ismark's business here first.
Okay.
With us.
So I'm saying Ismark apparently knows where he's going. I'm not from here, so we're kind of reliant on him to show us where we're supposed to be going.
That's
Right.
fine. Let's just let him take the lead then.
All right, then.
So Ismark, how are we going to get your sister safe here? Isn't that the score?
Yes. Ismark looks at you and he says, at this point, I would like to take my sister to the Blue Water Inn in Valakai. Strahd is not known to enter Valakai, at least not in quite some time.
All right.
How far away is Valakai?
A few hours.
Cool.
On the way.
Okay.
The blue what? I'm sorry.
The
Blue
Blue
Water?
Water Inn in Valakai.
Thank you.
He then kind of gets a sour look on his face and he mentions a man by the name of I want to just make sure I get his name right, guys. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Dear God. Son of a gun.
His name's Son of a Gun.
It's got like 9 apostrophes in it.
It does have a bunch of apostrophes in it. In fact, the guy he says I've been concerned about Isaac.
Isaac and Ismark and Isabel and what's the other one?
Irina and Ismark are traveling with you today.
It's Isaac's house.
Ismark is concerned about Isaac. He says Isaac he's the Barriger's henchman. He has an eye for my sister. He's nowhere nearly the threat that Strahd is, but I don't trust him.
Mm.
I have some friends at the Blue Water. They may be able to keep things in line.
Well, where is Isaac? Is he here in Barovia or is he in Valakai?
He's in Valakai.
Oh, good.
Right.
Great.
And so you all head out together to Valakai.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a fairly sunny day for Barovia. And when I say sunny, it's still very overcast and gray and dark and abysmal and very depressing.
So not sunny.
But it's brighter than normal.
Okay.
So we can see.
There's that.
Yeah,
So it's the town in Twilight.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And so on this very beautiful day in Barovia, you find yourselves walking down a dark wooded path. As you walk, you see various creatures scurrying through the woods. Chipmunks, rats, ravens, bats. You know, normal woodland fare.
Yeah. Great.
Everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh,
18.
goodness.
18 also.
18.
You said perception.
Oh.
15.
15, sweet. Emily?
6.
6.
Hey.
So everyone but Rhiannon notices that while you're traveling, there seems to be a raven that has slightly blue-tipped wings that is flitting from tree to tree that you've noticed multiple times now. And you're fairly certain it's the same raven, because most ravens don't have blue-tipped wings.
Yeah, no, that's pretty.
Guys, you see the three-eyed raven?
Yeah.
Huh.
No. But I see one with blue tips.
I mean, that's what I meant. What did I say?
3-eyed.
And as soon as one of you call it out, it flies away. It's gone.
Oh, what a bitch.
Mm.
About that. I didn't see anything.
I looked at Nate and said, man, he heard your voice and he was gone. He doesn't like you, apparently.
Ah!
Your travel progresses. You're about an hour into the trip when you suddenly notice that all of the sounds of the forest just kind of go away. The birds aren't chirping anymore. The animals aren't bouncing around anymore. No ravens in trees. It's just dead silent.
Guys, the hills are no longer alive with the sound of music.
I would like to cast Mage Armor.
You can do that if you'd like.
Thank you.
And as the world begins to grow darker and darker and darker, you hear the shriek of two vampire spawn running up the road towards you.
Oh, of course. I
Go
recognize
ahead
the
and
shape as
roll
vampire spawn.
initiative.
Well, motherfucker.
Come on.
As they're running up the road, Ismark says, "God damn it! I knew Strahd would try."
Well, you could have warned us.
Cold.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, ouch.
I guess I should have surmised it, but yeah.
You said these are like vampire thingies, like baby
Uh,
vampires?
Ismark would call out that they're vampire spawn.
Vampires.
Vampire spawn.
So they look pretty undead.
They are undead as fuck, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
They are undead as fuck.
so.
Where the heck is the thing that I need? There it is. Oops. That's, okay, cool. All right, what do we got, everybody?
16.
Hold on one second. Sorry, let's be
I was
a
gonna say,
little
you'll-
more
You motherfucker. Okay, what's your scores? No, wait.
No. That's it. I'm calling that out every time that shit happens.
Yeah. Good times.
Ani, what's your score?
18.
18. Bones,
15.
15. Gror,
11.
Nain,
16.
Rhiannon.
7.
Oh.
I have rolled on the dice a 4 and a 2 today.
Nice.
Get new dice. Use new dice. That's why I test all mine before every game to figure out which one is going to be the winner.
Oh, the dice are fine.
Oh, yeah,
Chelsea, I
that's-
gotta
that'll
get you a
make
book
the-
on
Bad at this
statistics.
game.
Yeah, let's talk about
gonna-
probability. Let's talk about probability for a moment.
yeah.
Hey, listen, I am using the same die that I used last week, and they're both doing. I rolled a natural 19 for initiative.
Well,
I mean, all right.
let's talk about sample size too.
Let's talk about anecdotes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You mean like
On
natural
that
19?
note, just to like fuel this fire slightly further, Ani, you're first.
Yeah.
So
No, because I rolled really well because I warmed up my dice. Okay.
I put you in what has been your general marching order for this entire campaign,
Yeah.
basically. Grower and Nain in front, blah blah blah. Yeah. So
yeah.
Am I green in this one?
you are green in
Yeah.
this one.
And I'm
I keep
pink,
thinking I'm
right?
the pink one.
Colleen,
one.
Colleen is the pink one. Rhiannon is white, and in this case, yellow and red are Ismark and Irina.
Cool.
Okay, well, can I like step through Nain? Can I like
Yeah.
shove him out of the way?
I mean, you can just
I'm gonna do
you can
that.
walk through
No,
his square.
well, yeah, you can't shove me out of the way, but you can walk through my square.
I want to shove you out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna.
Counts as difficult terrain.
Yeah, I
When you
mean,
do
if
that.
you want to shove him out of the way, you could roll for that if you'd really like to make this
No, I
happen. But
No, I super don't care enough. Okay, so I'm gonna get through Nain. I want to get as close to that closest dude, the one on. I don't know.
This
Yeah,
one?
that one.
okay.
Yeah, my speed's 30. I don't know how close I can get.
So
I
so 30 would put you here.
Ah, shit. Ah. Okay, I will do that, and then I will hold my action.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
what are you holding your
soon-
action for?
As soon as either of them is within melee range, I'm gonna swing at him with my sword.
Okay. Cool. Then next up is Nain. As you step around this rock, you see these zombies come running up, and then all of a sudden your paladin goes charging forward. And
Yeah, shit.
Oh. Okay. I want to move.
Oh man.
Let's see here. So my speed's 25. I want to take my double move and try and move in front of the one that's most south.
there.
Well, yeah, but in front, like face to face with him. So 50 feet I can move.
That's 40 to directly in front of him.
Perfect. Yep. I thought I was green. No, you're right.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'll yell at him. Ah!
All right. That's perfect. That's how you do more damage. We know this.
Yep.
Bones. You see Nain run forward and start screaming at this vampire.
I follow suit.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll move forward 30.
Yeah, it puts you basically where Chelsea's at, or next to it. I guess we can go either way.
I'll go next to and I'll ready an action if they come within range. I'll hit them with my short sword.
Okay.
And I'm screaming.
And you're screaming. Perfect. Gror, you are up next. Everyone's running forward and screaming at the vampires.
So I see there's two of them. My son took off on a beeline straight for the far one. And I got two bros now in front of me advancing towards presumably the second one.
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to do my move like diagonal, like towards the bush by the corner of the house.
There.
However, if I can get to the other side of that rock, I'm 30 with the normal move.
30 puts you right behind the tree.
Okay, that's cool. And then I'm turning and trying to face old boy. I don't.
We'll just for the moment move the tree over, but it's in front of you.
I mean, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, trying to get around
that
the
way
tree.
you can
I'm
see.
not hiding necessarily, but yeah. I don't think I'm going to use anything yet. I'm looking at this and feeling pretty good about our odds.
Okay.
So I'm just going to...
Okay.
Well, fuck, I might as well dash. I will just dash then. I'll pick up the pace and just get all up ons that closer guy.
Okay. You want to go... You can just get there. You want to be just like right there?
Put me on the side of him.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Let me line up the grids again. Close enough. Whatever. Works.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just sprint. That's it.
Sweet.
Long deliberation. Well, only a move.
The first vampire goes, having a screaming dwarf standing in front of her. She is going to swing at you with her claws. She gets 2 attacks.
Bitch.
It's going to be a 22 on the first and 23 on the second.
Oh, they're both gonna hit.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay.
Wowzers.
That's okay. I'm the meat shield.
Yeah, but jeez.
I mean, we'll see what kind of damage they do before you say that.
Yeah, that's true.
You take 400 damage.
9
Vampires
damage.
stronger when they're-
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. 9 plus 18 damage.
Oh, all right.
That was 2 attacks.
I'm not raging yet, so
Okay.
I take all 18.
Ha ha.
Then next up is Ismark, who kind of watches everybody run forward screaming and is a little bit puzzled, but also begins to run forward screaming.
Hey, we're new here. We
Yeah.
we
One in
just
Rome,
like-
I guess.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck with the process. We got it. It's fine.
Yeah, we have a process.
Yeah, he'll get to here, I think. Let's still check. Yeah, okay, he can get there. And then shoots at it with his crossbow. Okay. It's gonna be a 13. I'm pretty positive does not hit this guy. Still check. Yeah, does not hit. So Ismark shoots a crossbow bolt that shoots right past. Next up is the other vampire. So the other vampire turns towards Gror and takes 2 swipes at him with her claws.
Nice card. Bring it. It's a lady vampire?
Yep.
Oh.
Both of them are.
Strahd is very partial to the lady folk. That's going to be a 22 and a 11 to hit.
Well, yeah, the first one hits. The second one does not.
Okay. And that's going to be a 7 damage.
Oh.
Next up is Rhiannon.
Super duper.
You are back there with, before the end of Ismark's turn, he shouts to everybody, he says, protect Irina.
Oh my god.
Oh. Well, in
Yeah,
that case,
yeah, we're working on it.
Sure. I'll just step in front of her, I guess,
Okay.
at his behest. I had another plan, but
You
whatever.
can do whatever you want. I'm just saying,
No, it's fine.
I probably should have said that way earlier, but like that's his
actually-
goal here is to protect Irina.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
no,
that.
I get that. If you could move me 1 to the left, I think my left is probably also your left. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna take a shot at homeboy down here at the very bottom with chill touch.
Oh.
This guy or this guy? This
The first one by
by Gror?
by name.
By name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So all right, hold on. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Great. 6 damage.
6 damage
Mm-hmm.
to that guy. What? No, this thing.
And then I'll just step back in front of her, like directly in front of her.
Okay. You cast Chill Touch on this vampire, and you see her skin begin to ice up and crystallize like a heavy morning frost on grass. And you see her kind of crunch down and shiver a little bit under the cold. Ani, you are up.
Irina's not playing. There's two things I could do. Am I within 10 feet of the guy up against Groar? Or the lady?
Within
up
10
against Groar?
feet?
Within 10 feet.
Yes.
Oh, I really want to hit it, though. Yeah, okay. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to flank it.
Okay. So you want to be
There's
here?
Groar. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit at it with my long sword.
I like your like depersonalization of this vampire.
I keep forgetting. Oh, no! Oh, I rolled very poorly.
Depersonalization of the vampire.
But wait, but Chelsea, I thought you warmed that dice up. I thought it was going
I
to be
did,
good.
and it,
Oh, sick burn. Sick burns are had. Oh, man.
12 to
Waiting.
hit.
He was just waiting.
I know he was.
I totally was.
That's fine. 12 to hit.
12 does not hit the vampire, sadly.
You get advantage, don't you? Because you're flanking.
Oh, yeah,
I
you do
do.
get advantage for the flanking. Yeah, thank you.
Let's try another one.
Thank you for reminding me. I was distracted with something else.
Thank you for reminding me. Oh, that's much better.
13.
16 to hit.
16 will hit. Yes.
Yes. Okay, this is my first time doing it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a divine smite.
Oh, shit.
Smite that shit divinely.
This is gonna hurt. So it's 1d8 for the sword, and then another. And it's undead, right?
It is undead as fuck.
So another. It's not bad. It's gonna hurt. 23 damage.
23 damage.
Yeah.
Woo!
That divine smite.
Woo! All right.
Is some of that radiant? It might matter.
It does a little bit.
Oh, most of it is radiant.
Most of it is radiant. How much exactly is radiant?
Let's see. Well, we'll say I just kind of rolled all together. So we'll say 9 of it is piercing. I'll double check. And the rest is 9 of it is piercing. Slashing
Okay.
is radiant.
Okay. Perfect. You
Double check. Yep, is radiant.
You use your divine smite on this vampire and
Yeah, I do.
bash your sword into her back as she screams out in a howling pain, and light begins to burst through the skin where you made the wound. And as the light fades, you see her tense up and she just screams in rage. Nain.
All right. I am going to rage,
All right.
and I'm going to use my reckless attack on this vampire.
Oh, yeah.
I get advantage. I get advantage on this attack, but the attacks during this next turn have advantage on me.
Okay.
Oh, both actually very good. +6, 24.
24 hits.
No, it's not +6. I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing.
What'd you roll in the dice?
It's +5, so 23.
23 still hits, yep.
Looked at the wrong number. Oh, fuck yeah. 15 damage.
15? That's
Yep.
the one in front of you, yeah?
Yep.
This is the first damage this vampire has taken, and you're using axe?
It took cold damage earlier.
No, that was the other one.
Emily. No, it was the one in front of me.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I gave it to the other one. My bad. I'm sorry, Emily. You're using an axe?
I'm using an axe.
Yeah. So you just go into it with your axe, and again, a burst of light seems to burst out of the skin where you strike as blood pours out. It's not blood like you'd expect it to be. It's not brightly colored like you'd normally see in a fresh wound like this. It's dark, almost rotten looking. But she howls out in pain as you strike her with your axe. Bones.
All right. I move forward. I'd like to get around to the other side if I can flank.
It's 25 to there, but you do provoke an attack.
No, she's not leaving a space.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're not leaving the space. All right, yeah, you can get there. Yeah, you're good.
Cool. All right. And I'm going to swing at it with my silvered short sword.
Okay.
For 20.
20? 20 hits.
Yeah. Awesome. 7 piercing damage.
7. Yeah. So...
Is that with your sneak attack, Colleen?
Oh, shoot. That is
Yeah,
not the
I was
sneak
going to say,
attack.
that feels low.
I just realized that. Hold on one second.
Okay.
That is... add another 8.
Okay, 15.
Yep.
Down.
There we go.
15. So 15 piercing damage. As you walk up, you kind of feel a little bit awkward with this slightly more unwieldy blade in your hand than you're used to, but you realize it feels familiar at the same time, and you drive it home right between a set of ribs in her back as she screams out in pain, and a little bit of sunlight busts from the wound as black, oozing, rotten blood pours from it. Gror.
Gonna cast Divine Favor. It's a bonus action, gives me D4 radiant damage when I hit. And then I'm gonna attack this motherfucker.
Okay.
And I have advantage. Yes. It's gonna be 24 to hit. So he takes 13 bludgeoning damage and 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Yes. So, yeah, that's, you said 16? I'm sorry.
No, that would be 13. 13 bludgeoning and 2 radiant. So yeah,
Okay,
15
yeah,
total.
Sweet. Sorry about that.
I whack him, and then I maintain position for the flanking advantage.
You whack this vampire with your hammer, bashing it down across her shoulder, trying to go for the head, but missing slightly. Bashing it down across her shoulder. It collapses slightly as you hear bones crush under the weight of your hammer. And you can see that she's not moving her arm quite right anymore at this point, and she's wincing every time she even slightly moves. Vampire 1 goes again. For a moment, stopping, taking a breath, inhaling deeply, and gaining some hit points back.
Oh no!
What?
She then reaches out and lashes at Gror. Or Nain.
Gror's way over there.
I'm going to roll both attacks again.
Well, and you get advantage on them as well.
Oh, yeah, damn. Okay, well, first one is 19 on the high die.
Yep.
Other one is 11 on the high dice with the plus. I'm sorry, I forgot what the bonus was. Plus.
Hey, Trey.
Yo.
Is that the one that I hit on my last turn?
Yes.
Is that the one that's...
Yes.
It can't take damage until the end of my next turn.
What?
Do you
It's
mean
part
heal
of chill
damage
touch.
or take
Or,
damage?
I'm sorry, it can't heal damage until the end of my next turn.
Ooh.
Oh, that's part of your spell. Okay.
Yeah, on a hit, the
Word.
target takes 1d8 necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points until the start of... Oh, sorry, until the start of my next turn, but still.
That's weird. Okay. All right, then she doesn't regain those hit points. Cool. Then 11, so it would be 18 to hit you for the second attack.
Yep, they both fit.
Okay. That's going to be 16 slashing.
Woofa.
16 slashing.
Wow.
All right, I take 8 because I raged.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this back away. Okay, sweet. Then Ismark gets to go. Stepping forward to attack this vampire with his sword. Twice. Natural 20 on one of them.
Hell yeah.
And the other one is going to be a 16, which hits. So they both hit. One gets double damage dice. For 3d8 in total. 5, 7 plus 6. Ismark does 11 damage walking up, slashing into this thing. That is going to be here. Here. It turns towards Ismark, having just been struck mightily, and makes some attacks. One of which hits. Ismark takes 5 damage.
Oh no.
He's gonna die.
Rhiannon, you're up. On deck is Ani. Sorry, I will do a better job of that.
I have it written down.
Am I less than 60 feet away? I've tried to count it out, but my eyes are not cooperating. Am I less than 60 feet away from the guy in front of me?
You're 50 feet here.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just stay where I am then.
40-ish feet from the other one.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hit the one directly in front of with an ice knife.
Okay.
So
Ice knife is awesome.
yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It's like double the awesome here. So
Double the awesome.
okay. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Great. So I get 1d10 piercing, which is 7.
Okay.
And then I would like to also I don't know if I can even do this. That spell shape shit where I can avoid hitting my friends.
Yeah.
I think it's
I don't know if you need it for this spell.
I'm looking at it too. Just 1 second.
it's the target and each creature within 5 feet of the point. Oh, where the ice explode. Well, yeah, because it's gonna have to.
Yeah,
Explode on
it's
him.
going to explode on him, and they'll both have to make a dex throw unless she does the
Can I
spell shape
use
thing.
the spell shaping thing?
I don't remember
remember how it
exactly what it is. So
Hold on a
It's
second.
a sorcery point, I think.
Yeah.
And you
and you can
gotta-
choose the targets.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember how many you get per point though. I think it's better than 1 per point. I think it might be 2 per point. I'm not sure. Maybe I
got
just
it
made that up.
Here, hang on 1 second.
I can't find it fast enough. So yeah.
Beginning at 2nd level, you can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation spells. You can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level, which is 1. So that's perfect. The chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a 6 save.
Bad news.
What's up?
Ice knife is conjuration, not evocation.
Ooh.
Who are
Okay.
you trying to shoot?
The one directly in front of me. The one that's with you.
I mean, he can just
mean,
make
it's-
this throw. Like,
Yeah, and
also an
I
option.
think Bones and I both are going to be decent on this dex save.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess do that thing.
All right.
And that's against my spell save DC, right?
Yep, and you already hit, so it takes 1d10 piercing damage and then explodes.
Yep,
Each
and then
the target and each creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw at that point. So everybody near this vampire make a dex saving throw. So it's Bones, Nain, and Vampire.
Yep.
I have danger sense. It gives me advantage on dex saves to things that I
Beautiful.
can see, such as spells and
Ooh,
traps.
Vampire
Hell yeah.
fails.
Ooh,
Great.
yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing I had advantage.
I got a 24.
You
I
make
got
it.
a 19.
I got 9 more damage.
Nice.
I got 19 on the
Nice.
save.
They both made it. Vampire did not. She takes 9 more.
Yay, teamwork. Thanks, guys.
So do we take half or no?
No.
Nope. Or take the
No.
damage. No half.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
This
Well,
is-
it's like an auto success. So even if you were supposed to, even if you failed it.
I thought that was for that spell shaping thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, no.
Totally was.
They made it. We figured it out. We rules lawyered the shit out of that. It's cool. All right, honey.
Mechanics are hard, guys.
Honey, you are up with Name
Great.
on deck.
How's this vamp looking? She's looking pretty
The
hurt.
one directly in front of you.
Yeah.
She is looking pretty hurt. There's black pus oozing out from between her ribs, where you have sliced her with your long sword, and then across her both of her arms. There's gigantic gashes where Ismark hit her, and then her shoulder has been severely crushed, where it's been crushed by Gror's hammer.
Yeah, I will. I'll slash at her again with my sword.
Okay.
I'm still in. Cool. I think that hits because I think I rolled the same thing last time. 16?
16 hits, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my last divine smite. See if we can end this. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this a little differently. So the first is 11 slashing,
Okay.
and then oh man, oh those are terrible. Another 4 radiant, so 15 total.
Okay.
Man, 3d8. I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Oh, that's about as bad as you can get on that.
Wowzers.
But that's radiant.
Yeah, again, you notice that as you hit her with the radiant blast, light bursts from the wound, and she screams in pain. Nain.
All right, I swing my axe around and going to take advantage because I'm flanking, but I'm not doing the reckless attack this time, so you don't get advantage on the attacks after that.
Okay. Bones, you are on deck.
21.
21 hits.
Oh, maxed it for 18.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So you slash her again, cleaving into her upper chest with your axe. Burst of light from the wound, black, oozing, rotting blood flows from it. Bones.
All right.
Gror, you're on deck.
I go ahead and swing at it with my short sword again.
All right. Are you screaming or not?
Oh,
It's an important fact.
oh, I'm like, I haven't stopped screaming.
Perfect.
My face is looking a little red. I might pass out. We'll find out together.
Getting a little hoarse.
I rolled a 25.
25 hit. Yeah, but yeah, you'll hit.
Holy.
All right. So that is 16 damage. Piercing.
Yeah, damn. Okay. Sorry, just one second. Oops. No. There we go. Yeah, so you, again, kind of unwieldy shove the blade right into her back, and she screams in pain as you see her arch and then fall forward off of your blade as she begins to kind of collapse to the ground. She catches herself. She's got a little bit left in her. Gror.
Wow.
All right, so this one's still alive, huh?
Yep.
Advantage, and that'll be in 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Good. Nice. So that's 13 again, bludgeoning, and 3 radiant.
Okay. So yeah, you bash into her other shoulder this time. Now they're both slumping as she just kind of just screeches at you and begins clawing at you.
I just want to say thanks for the follow, Al Kelly JDR.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
Next up, the vampire in front of Nain. She swings twice with her claws. Going to be 23 on one and 8 on the other.
One will hit, one will not.
Yeah.
Also, that follow, he's following from Switzerland.
Oh,
Hey.
wow, that's fun.
Super cool.
6 plus 3, that's going to be 9 damage to you as she tears into you with her claws.
That's going to be 4 damage.
Of course it will. Ismark kind of steps back and realizes that you all have things under control, but before doing that, takes one last swing at the vampire in front of him. But misses completely. He's terrible.
Oh God.
This vampire had already turned and began clawing at Nain. She claws at him one more time.
That's Gror.
Gror, yeah, I'm sorry. I get the dwarves mixed up. They look alike. It's going to be an 18 on one and like a 11 on another. Oh, he just got back.
I bet the
18,
will hit.
18 to hit, Mikey.
That is my AC, yeah.
Then you take 8 damage.
What a bitch.
8 slashing. Makes a difference. And then next up, Rhiannon.
Yep.
With Ani on deck.
Yep. So I'm gonna go with Chill Touch again. That
Okay.
means I can stay back here and take care of Precious What's Her Face.
Stupidest name.
Precious. What's her face?
Precious what's her
Very.
Princess Boop-a-doop-a-boo.
Irina. Irina. Okay, so
Okay. Who you told chill touching? This one or this one?
directly down in front of me.
This one?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. So 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Sweet. So that is going to be a 1.
Oh,
Worst.
biggest
That's
letdown
awful.
ever. I wish she only had
Very
1 hit
sad.
point left. I really do.
I mean, it's cool.
She
It's a
can't
cantrip.
regain
I
hit
expect
points
it to be that
though,
much.
other than she should have last turn, and I forgot. Fucking goddamn.
Oh, hey.
All right, then next up is going to be Ani with Nain on deck.
Okay. So the one that's fighting Nain and Bones, am I within 10 feet of that one?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna turn around. I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna turn around,
Okay.
and I am gonna do Channel Divinity and try to. I'm gonna use Nature's Wrath. So that vampire has to make either a Strength or Dexterity saving throw. Its choice.
Okay.
I have to look up what my DC is.
It's going to go ahead and make it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Dex. All right, I got that. What am I doing with
What
it?
is that?
19.
What is it? Yeah, nope, that succeeds. So never mind. Damn it.
All right.
So nothing happens.
All right. Good
And I
times.
turn back around and I'm mad.
Just kind of like a
second
petulant
just
child.
pouty.
Just like a petulant
Pretty much.
child, just angry.
It's the second time I've used it. Both times.
All right. Then after Ani, I believe is Nain. Bones, you're on deck.
Swinging this big axe again.
Get him.
Advantage. Oh boy. +5 is 18.
18 will hit.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. For 16 damage.
16 damage.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Sink your axe right into the chest of this vampire. As
again, right on the chest.
you see her kind of suddenly, all of her weight falls backwards towards who's behind her? Bones. As she begins falling, and she just collapses to the ground, falling off of your blade, which is dripping with this black, gross, rotting blood.
And I can only assume that Bones is just smiling.
Bones, what are you doing when that body drops in front of you?
I mean, does it drop in front of me or does it drop on me?
It drops right in front of you. You got to remember these are 5-foot squares.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It falls and I'm literally just standing there smiling. I stop screaming. I pant.
I'll reach out to give you a high five.
Love it. Love it. Bones, you're high-fiving. It's your turn. Do you want to do anything else other than high five?
Is that other vampire still alive?
Yeah, but it's looking real weak on its feet.
Well, it's not alive.
Yeah, it really was never alive.
Yeah,
to begin
it's
with,
kind of a
technically.
yeah. Depends on how you want to slice that.
Then in that case, I'm not going to do anything combat-wise. I would like to search this body, but besides that.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll jump back to that. Gror, you're up with Isaac on deck.
All right, so third verse is same as the first and the second.
Or
Just
Ismark.
gonna,
Ismark, not
just gonna-
Isaac, I'm sorry.
just gonna whack him. No, maybe I won't whack him, actually. Even with advantage, that's only a 13.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, not
You
good.
miss. You miss. You're going out on a really low note.
Yeah, well, I botched the third verse, guys. What I will do, though, I will step around to give Ismark's in yellow, right?
Yep.
I'm going to step around so Ismark gets advantage.
Boom. It's well
I'll be like-
tactically played, sir.
Like, maybe I can't hit you, but I'll give Ismark a better shot.
Ismark gets to go. He rolls his attack with his sword. With advantage for a 20. He's going to hit. And 9 damage. Slicing into the vampire. You see her scream. She screams. She's screaming her death scream, but she's not dead. She gets to go. She's gonna turn and swing at Ismark again. Missing him with 2 1s. Holy crap.
Wow.
She falls down to the ground, throwing all of her weight forward into her claw attacks. She's now prone. Rhiannon.
Well, shit.
Got it. Maybe.
I mean, I have cantrips. Like,
Yeah,
cantrips.
Yeah,
She does not look good, and she's basically thrashing on the ground at this point.
I'll give her the old chill touch too. Can I like go over that rock? How tall is that rock?
Yeah, you can see over. It's fairly low cover.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do this again. It's gonna be a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Great. And what was it? A D8. Bum 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 bum. 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
You. I hate the name of this spell because it's not a touch or really that chilling. But but you chill touch this vampire, and as her skin begins to freeze over, she just kind of freezes in place, and then just collapses, dead.
How about that?
Great.
Bow
How about
down.
that?
Bow down.
The vampires
Nice.
have died. You have killed them all.
That's
But they're still
definitely-
standing.
Even let him near arena.
Ismark looks at you and he says, I knew Strahd would try this. This is nothing. He's toying with us. If he wanted to take Irina right now, he would have.
Hmm.
I'm afraid I don't know that anything can protect my sister.
Mm.
I mean,
We'll
we just did
try.
okay.
We'll try.
Yeah, we just did all right.
I got her. Like, we're super tight after that battle. It's fine.
we are
We got it.
bros. It's
You guys are just like
cool, it's
sitting down,
cool,
like
it's
having a
cool, it's
chat.
cool.
Yeah, no, we got it. Like, we were hanging out at the end of the path there. It's cool.
Yeah.
So, Bones, you had started searching the body at the end of your last turn.
Yeah.
As you begin searching the body, it withers away into this black mist that just floats away on the wind.
Yeah.
You were able to kind of
okay.
like reach into the pockets and you pulled out like just some random trinkets that were in the pockets, but beyond that, it all evaporated away.
Cool. Okay.
We're going to need to know exactly what those trinkets are.
Yeah, what did the trinkets look like?
You found one coin that had the symbol of Barovia on it on one side, and on the other side it had the face of Strahd himself.
Oh, creepy.
And then you also found a gold chain that had a small medallion on it that was a cross that is intersected with a raven that is sitting on like top of the cross. So it's a cross raven kind of perched on it.
Those coins are called Strahd bucks.
Yeah, redeemable before you leave the amusement park.
I don't know what the rate is from Strahd bucks to Stanley nickels, but it's somewhere in there.
It is 4 Strahd bucks to every Stanley nickel, and 20 Stanley nickels to every gold piece. So,
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, the conversion from Strahd bucks to gold pieces is rough.
I bet they're like prohibitively heavy to carry.
Yeah, they're awkward. Yeah, you can keep them for a long time, but they change them really often, so they're probably not redeemable by next time you come to Barovia. Yeah.
Brutal.
Lame.
So we continue our way on to Valakai as Ismark says we must make haste. Valakai's not far, and it will at least be safer than here. And so you make your way to Valakai. Valakai sits almost in the center of the kingdom of Barovia. It's one of the older cities in Barovia, but for some reason Strahd doesn't bother them. No one really understands why. People that live there, there's a mixed bag of belief as to why that is. But as you're approaching Valakai on the old Slavic road, it meanders into the valley, watched over by some very dark brooding mountains to the north and south. On the mountains to the north sits Castle Ravenloft. The woods recede into a revealing but sullen mountain burg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the walls as though looking for a way inside the town. It feels like the fog is trying to attack the town, trying to catch the town asleep and off guard. The dirt road you're on ends at a set of very sturdy iron gates with a pair of guards standing directly in front of them. And planted on the ground surrounding the gates outside are a number of large wooden spikes drove into the ground facing outward. Likely battlements.
Right.
This place looks as though it's seen battle. Not often, but in the past. There is blood, old blood on the spikes. Where it would be normally plain wood, it's slightly copper colored. The doors are heavy iron, and you can see hanging next to the door there is a giant chain and lock. This door gets locked up real tight at night.
Well, this is terrifying.
Interesting. Yeah. Cool looking.
Oh.
Very welcoming exterior. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody spikes really sets a nice friendly tone, you know.
Yeah.
Let's say I like the spikes.
My kind of
Of course
place.
you do.
So you are entering what is known as the Morning Gate, and as you pass through, the guards kind of look you up and down, giving the dwarves an extra bit of side eye. You pass through, and as you walk through the gate, you see a sign on the other side. As you turn around to look back out behind you, you see a sign marking the gate as the Morning Gate. And while the sign says Moring, the locals appear to have added a U in there, and it's Mouring.
Very clever.
Clever.
Get it? Because then it's like sad.
Oh, womp, womp, womp.
Gror says to Nane.
Ah,
I
I don't get it.
don't either.
You begin walking down rows and rows of houses. Most of them have dark shuttered windows. You can't really see any activity going on inside. Several businesses are open here and there, scattered around the city. Most people here look depressed, much like the rest of Barovia.
Mm.
I'm gonna whisper over to Ismark and just say, "You're sure she's gonna be okay here?"
He says yes. They don't really know why. The Barrager thinks it's because of the festivals he throws on a weekly basis, but for some reason Strahd does not bother these people.
Doesn't or can't?
Unclear.
Oh.
You continue making your way, and as you make your way towards the Blue Water Inn, you see in front of you a building. Gray smoke pours from the chimney. It's a 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation near the ground. The roof sags a little bit. There are several ravens perched upon it. And a wooden sign above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Well, this seems like the spot then.
Yep.
Bit shoddy looking. Ismark's still with us, right?
Ismark is totally with you. He's just kind of making his way that way towards that building.
So,
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna-
yeah. Like, why didn't you tell us this place was a proper shithole?
He kind of looks at you and he says, "This is a fairly nice inn. I don't know what you're talking about."
Is
Guess
it?
my standards are apparently different than yours, good sir.
And he looks at you and he says, I forget you have not been in Barovia long." And you all continue walking. You enter a small tap room at the inn. There, as you walk in the door, you notice a number of damp cloaks hanging on the pegs walking through the door. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs. There are narrow paths leading between them. The bar stretches along the far wall, and you can see a wooden staircase in the corner that heads up. There seems to be another balcony that overhangs at the top of the stairs and wanders around the entire interior of the building, kind of old Western saloon style, if that makes any sense to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All the windows are fitted with very thick shutters and steel crossbars that are currently open and next to them on the wall. There are lanterns hanging above the bar, and they seem to bathe the room in a very pale orange light. It casts shadows on the walls, which seem to also be adorned with mounted wolf heads with plaques underneath of them.
I want to go read one of those plaques.
Okay. Looking at one of the plaques, you see underneath the wolf head the name Ishbane the Terrible, and then a date, 1864 to 1893. You can only assume that this was a werewolf. Has had its head summarily removed from its body.
Classy.
Gross.
Well, about
The double doors that lead you into the tap room appear as though they can be barred shut from inside. Everything seems like it can be fortified within a matter of minutes. There are a number of individuals throughout the tap room. Approximately 5 people in there during this early evening hour, having various drinks, chatting with each other. Behind
approximately 5 or like 5.
Approximately 5.
Let's say it's like one of them, like a Siamese twin.
I mean,
or
unless
something,
are you
like-
taking the time to count? Like, if you're taking the time to count, there's 5.
I mean, yeah, 5. I think you could probably surmise, if it was 5 or not. Approximately 5. Sorry, that just. I was thinking about that. Approximately 5. Sorry. Continue. Irrelevant.
We don't know who's in the bathroom right now. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
There
true.
could be someone in the bathroom. Good point.
Somebody's on break. Maybe there's 2 bartenders.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of
Fair enough. Fair
judgments.
enough. I'm assuming way too much about this tavern, I guess. Yeah.
If only there was someone here that knew exactly. Like somebody creating
Yeah.
the story or something.
Exactly, approximately 5.
Exactly about 5, give or take 5.
You see behind the bar a large human male. He's doing the bar thing, rubbing it with a rag.
Nice. I think I'm like, man, don't you have to pay extra for this normally? This guy's rubbing it with a rag.
I hate all of you so much. You are all 12.
Oh.
I'll look at him and I'll go, Isaac?
He says, I'm sorry. No.
Is that your name?
No, my name's Erwin.
Oh, of course.
Erwin.
God damn it with the eyes.
Nope, this one's a
Is-
U. R-U-U-R-W-I-N. Erwin.
Erwin. All right.
All right, cool. Then never mind. I look to what's his name, Ismark, be like, do you know this guy?
He says, yeah, this is Erwin. Erwin, we are going to need 3 rooms. 4 rooms.
You.
Pardon these dwarves, they don't really know.
We're going to need 4 rooms, and what do you have on tap today? And Erwin says, well, I wish we had more, but all we have is the grape mash and the red dragon.
The Red Dragon, I say curiously.
He says, yes, it's our finest wine.
Hmm.
Of course,
I
still a
got
little
super
hungover
wine
from-
drunk like yesterday, so I'm
Still a little hungover on that one.
like, so
I'll
no
take-
ale then is what you're telling
He says,
me?
oh, no, I'm sorry. We make all our own wines. That's all we have.
I'll
Gotcha.
take 3 grape meshes.
He looks at you and he just says, okay. And he hands you 3 mugs of the grape mash. He says, how long will you all be staying?
3 great mashes worth.
Well, we're getting rooms here.
Well,
too.
not long. Yeah. I thought we were
Um,
staying for the day. I didn't realize we were staying the night.
Ismark looks up and he says, we'll need 1 room for probably 3 days. And then 1 more for a day. Or then the other 3 for a day. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And Erwin looks up and he says, okay, that'll be 6 gold. All told. Ismark reaches in, gives it to him.
Oh, thanks.
Sweet.
Uh,
Penny saved is a penny earned.
Ismark looks at you and he says, you're on your own for the bar tab, however.
Nane's the only one drinking at this point. So.
All right, so you all are now in the Blue Water Inn. There are a number of people scattered throughout the inn doing various things, including Erwin, the bartender. And you have a moment to get settled in your room, drop off anything you don't wish to take with you further on the journey, and make sure we figure out how to secure Irina.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to talk to Ismark.
Yeah, I'd like to get his thoughts for what.
Be like, so you
His
said we had to
plan
get her
was.
here to make her safe, and we're here now. So what's the score here?
He looks around for a moment. He says, well, I think she'll be safe here because, from my understanding, Erwin and his friends, they are no friends of Strahd. And you've seen this place. It's essentially a fortress.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't know Erwin that well. I can't ask him to watch Irina.
Well, seems like it was a pretty poor choice then, picking this place.
He says, I honestly can't think of a better place where she would be safer than with Erwin and he stumbles here for a moment. His friends.
So you got some beef or what? What, you know, he's got some sketchy folks, or why his friends?
I don't know that I can talk about it.
Well, all right.
Well, what about, do you think there's like a favor you could do for him? And we'll help?
Not really sure.
So I need to find out.
We could talk to him.
Seems like the easiest way. Favor for favor.
Yeah.
So let's
Did
see.
you want
Ismark has nothing to say.
I will.
Ismark has no opinion.
He said that sounds like a good idea.
Did he want to go ask with me?
I mean, one of you just
I mean-
go. Take the initiative.
I mean, it's his daughter.
Yeah, this is his sister.
That's
This is
all
the
I'm
guy he
saying.
knows. We're the strangers.
I'm
Like, I don't know
invested
I don't
here.
even know why he picked this place if he doesn't trust him. Like, seems like a terrible choice then. If
he
you don't
didn't
trust
say he
this
didn't
guy.
trust him.
He said he
He
couldn't
doesn't
ask him
know
for a favor.
He feels awkward asking, which I totally
Yeah.
get.
Mm.
Well, then I will go to Erwin. I will order a glass of this red dragon wine.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to make some small talk. And just... so, I noticed you're... we're not from around here. I don't know if you've gathered that. Pretty new to the area. We're just kind of, getting a feel for things. So, hey, I noticed that you're pretty prepared for like a siege. Any particular reason for that?
Kind of looks at you and he says, well, I
New in town.
have to keep things safe and protect my family. He looks around and he kind of nods over towards two boys that seem to be playing in the corner of the tavern.
Oh, wait a minute. Protect them from what? From what I hear, the Strahd does not, or he doesn't visit.
Well, depends on who you ask. The
I'm asking you.
Barriger believes that his festivals keep Strahd at bay, while us more realistic folk believe that there's just nothing of interest here for Strahd.
What kind of festivals are these that are so powerful they could keep someone so strong away?
He chuckles from him and he says, I don't know that you should look at them as powerful.
Apparently.
He then says, let's take this week, for instance. There's a festival 3 days from now. That's the Festival of the Blazing Sun. The
Nice.
entire point of this festival is to set bouquets of flowers ablaze while sacrificing them to the gods in hopes that Strahd
I was like,
accepts
what
our
kind of
sacrifice.
flowers? I think I
For
know.
sure.
I've heard of a festival like this in a place called Amsterdam. Talking
Those
about
horses
man?
involved? No, it's like bouquets of flowers.
Yeah.
Way to
flowers,
ruin this
man.
really innocent
I
blazing
didn't
flower
know that.
festival
And
with
I
your
super didn't even go
drug
there. I was with
joke.
you, Trey. I was with you.
Blazing.
I
It's-
quit.
It was just 420. It's the Blazing Festival where they burn flowers. Come on, you set this one right up for me. You're just putting all the pieces right.
There's a banner and a ball.
There's a banner.
Can we get a yay in the chat if we thought Trey was talking about weed right at first?
Nay.
That didn't even occur to me. My innocent flower fire festival with horses and a ball and
You've ruined it.
ruined it. So
Okay,
nice.
so we got this crazy festival. Yeah. I gotta be
I
honest.
don't even know what was
how that-
happening.
I don't see how that keeps away an undead monster.
And Erwin looks at you and he says, "We don't either."
Well, so we're relatively new here. We're just kind of getting a feel for things. Is there anyone in Zalakai particularly that we should be wary of or be friends with? Anyone we need to look out for?
Looks at you for a moment and he says, What brings you to Barovia? What do you do?"
That's a good question. Listen, is Mark over there? He's got a favor to ask, and we're sort of hoping that maybe we could do a favor for you in return.
At this point, he kind of looks up and he says, "You do favors for people."
Depends on the favor, but sure.
I do have a favor that could be. God damn it! I do have a favor that I need done. My latest shipment of wine is almost depleted,
Mm-hmm.
and the latest delivery from the Wizard of Wines is overdue. That's very unlike them. Would you be willing to investigate what's holding up my wine shipment?
I'm always willing to investigate alcohol.
Are you guys here with me?
Maybe. Can't be far away. They wandered over.
I don't know.
I was
That
gonna
was
take it
out of
back to you, but
character
sure.
name.
Oh. I'll have to discuss it with my associates. What can you tell me? So this Wizard of Wine is the
Yep.
manufacturer?
Yep.
You know where they come from?
The winery.
Very specific.
You don't have a location, an idea of how far we've got to go?
Just north of town.
North, okay. Well, I'll discuss it with my associates, and we'll get back to you in just a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So then I go back to where everybody is, and I tell them, okay,
Drop the Wizard of Wine knowledge upon them.
drop the Wizard of Wine knowledge. He's got a favor. Ismark, this maybe you're in. What do you think?
Seems like it's close by, but I'd be weary. Don't we only have like 2 days until we got to be back in town for that dinner with the devil himself?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, hopefully this wine ordeal will sort itself out in a rapid fashion. But yeah, you can go take a look for this guy.
I mean, Ismark, we need your help, and if this is a priority for you, then we'll make it a priority. But we need your help if we're going to make Barovia safe. What do you think?
He looks and he says, "Well, I do know where the winery is."
Okay.
I'm always down to investigate alcohol.
He says, "We should
Anything?
head out for the winery first thing in the morning. I believe it is near the church that you wanted to investigate as well."
Oh, good. What time of day is it right now?
It's evening. Basically
Okay.
traveled all
Tight.
afternoon.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this. So if we do this tomorrow, we've got like 36 hours before this dinner, roughly.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
Tight. Cool.
Tight.
Just- Okay, so then I will go tell Erwin we're in. Anything else you need us to know?
Erwin says, yes. Come with me.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Bottle of
Like all of us?
He
or-
motions for all of you to come with him.
All right.
All right.
I like motion at
Okay.
everybody. I'm like, come on.
All right.
He leads you back.
I bring a mug of wine.
You're more than welcome to. He leads you to the back of the Blue Water Inn, through a doorway and into a kitchen, through the kitchen into another room that has open rafters, where you can see perching on all the rafters are a dozen or so ravens. And he leads you towards a wall, and without missing a beat, pushes the wall open and walks into a secret room.
Oh shit.
You walk into the room, and around the room is a big wooden table with chairs all the way around it. And inlaid into the table is a large wooden raven.
So y'all like birds, huh?
Erwin says, please, have a seat, friends. I have some things to tell you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Maybe we'll die here. Could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a raven with blue tips on its wings.
Erwin says, of
Three
course
eyes.
you did. That was my son. I asked them to follow you.
God, they're werebirds.
There were birds.
Bird.
They're birds.
Were ravens, to be specific.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
I was
Yeah.
kidding. They really are.
Thing. He says,
So you
I appreciate you taking on this task to find out what's going on with our wine shipments, but I must warn you, this could be very, very dangerous.
Yep. That's
The-
cool. We're into it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we do.
The winery is
Wow.
run by the... He kind of pauses for a moment. Looks like he feels like he's betraying himself in a weird way. He says, belongs to the cult of the Were-Ravens. We are a sole entity in the fight against Strahd. We wish to see him undone.
Yeah, I mean, that's
a
cool.
pretty
That's-
common sentiment around here.
That's pretty much what we're down for, also. So that's rad. Cool.
Rhiannon, you say this seems to be a common sentiment down here, and he kind of that catches his ear, and he says, "What do you mean?"
We don't really get the vibe that he's well liked and
Of course, he's not.
I mean, we met him. He seemed like kind of a dick.
Yeah.
At this
Pretentious.
point, you begin hearing a rain fall on the roof above
That
you,
could be good.
and he says, "I would like to tell you a little bit about the Count."
All right. Well, yeah, you took us into the sweet room, so I guess we're all ears.
Well, and everyone else we've talked to has been pretty dodgy about our questions. So anything you can give us would be much appreciated.
He says, to understand Strahd, you must understand where he comes from. He's a man who conquered lands for years and years, and finally found a land that he wanted to settle down in when he conquered Barovia, building Ravenloft as a monument to his mother. He has ruled over Barovia ever since with an iron fist, brutalizing the people of Barovia, enslaving them when he can, just downright abusing them at other times. We believe that the infections that he's brought upon this land has led to our inability to see the world. We believe that it's led to a cycle of reincarnation because spirits cannot leave this world. And as we are were-ravens, we believe that it is our duty to end this tyranny, to end this blight, to end this infection that Strahd has brought upon the world. We, however, can't do it alone. Being part of this world, being reincarnated in this world. We are not strong enough to defeat Strahd alone. We need an outsider's influence, and that is you. You clearly have been brought to this world for a reason. I think you could help
We're
us.
still working out what that reason is.
Yeah,
but
we're boiling it down. But yeah, looks like.
Totally open to suggestions.
Yeah.
He says, well, if you can help figure out what's going on at the winery, because I fear that our secret may be out. I believe that Strahd may now be targeting the Werewraven cultists. And if that's the case, there may be no hope. It may all be lost.
Mm.
In the meantime, he looks over at Irina and he says, I can see why Strahd is interested in your sister. And Ismark kind of looks at him curiously. And he says, no. It's her. He looks like Strahd's long-lost love.
Oh, jeez.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
He believes that Irina is the reincarnated version of his love.
Great.
Cool.
Well done, you, Irina.
Good job for looking like you do.
Erwin looks at all of you and he says, I don't believe that this can be done by any one of you alone or by any portion of you separate from the other. I believe all of you are required to take down Strahd and end this nightmare.
Cool.
We all live.
Sounds good. Sounds like a level up. Yeah, so like do you have any sweet raven powers to help us like fight this guy or what?
Jesus.
He says, let's see how you handle the winery first.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, I see.
Yep,
I see.
Killed by a bunch of grapes.
We might. I wouldn't put it
If we
past
if we see the California raisins in here, so help me God.
Oh man.
Zahrt and I are out.
Oh, I'm done.
To the grapevine. Oh, honey.
Erwin, what can you tell us about a tower of treasure or a dragon's house? Something about hands once corrupted. Does that sound familiar at all?
He looks at you and he says, no, I'm sorry. I've nothing there.
Maybe if I took better notes, you'd understand. I don't understand. Well, thanks for the information.
Yeah, we'll see what's up with this wine.
We'll set out in the morning, see what we can find out.
Sweet.
Hey, I'm gonna ask a question like out of character because I don't actually know. What does it take to like get an existing blade silvered? Is that a thing that I can do?
I mean,
I
you'd have to take it to a
don't know.
blacksmith, and they'd have to have the silver and then essentially melt silver onto it and then like sharpen
What
it.
if I have silver pieces?
Not really the same thing. It's kind of like coin.
Silver pieces probably
yeah.
aren't pure enough.
Yeah.
Silver.
Then I'm not gonna ask where I can get that done because I don't think I can.
Okay. I will ask, is there anything else anyone wants to attempt to do while we are in the town of Valakai and have a little bit of downtime this evening?
Oh, yeah. According to the PHB, you can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold pieces.
Oh, nice.
I want to do that.
That
Oh, there you
represents
go.
the cost and the blah, blah, blah.
I want to do that.
Okay.
I mean, assuming there's a blacksmith somewhere who
I
can
mean,
do
yeah,
it.
we'll have to go find a
Yeah,
blacksmith.
well then so then I'll ask Erwin, is there any blacksmith in town that could maybe fortify a weapon for me?
Yes, and he directs you to the blacksmith that is a few blocks down the road. He says it'll
Great.
probably take him most of the day, but
That's fine. Most of the day or most of the evening?
well, I assume he stopped working for the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking for an overnight special in a
Yes.
small town.
He may
I
do
need
it.
overnight
He may
delivery.
do it overnight for more.
I'll go find him.
Okay.
I'll wake his
We'll
ass
find
up.
him in a minute.
Be like, hey.
I'm cute.
Would anyone
I'm
else
gonna-
like to do anything before?
I'm gonna
the
ask
next
Erwin. I'm gonna say to Erwin, this grape mash is pretty good.
Just he kind of looks at you funny and he says, "Thank you. Most people prefer the red."
Yeah, I'll say to him. I assume we're doing this deal for you. I assume you're gonna cover my drinks tonight.
Looks at you and he says, "I think that depends on how much you drink."
I'm
Either
assuming
way, and
it's
I walk
like-
out to go get another.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's like past business hours, so like anything.
Oh no, the bar's just getting busier. As you guys leave this secret room, there's more people there than there were before.
Like approximately 6 now.
There's approximately 10 now. It's
Wow.
doubled.
Ooh.
Can
I have to
I
actually do a count to know.
can
for
I
sure.
find a place in town that might have like some healing potion?
Probably not, sadly.
No, not so much.
No.
Okay.
Bummer.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go to the bar and get drunk.
All right, so Nain and Rhiannon are drinking.
Yeah.
Anybody else joining Nain and Rhiannon for
I'll
drinking?
join them.
Okay, they're all joining for
Yeah.
drinking. All right, let's go to the blacksmith and then we'll rejoin the drinkers.
Yeah. gotta look up how
So
much
we go to
gold
the
I actually
we
have.
go looking for a blacksmith, and you find the blacksmith shop. It is indeed closed and dark. Next to it, there's a small house that seems to be attached with a lantern on inside.
I knocked on it.
Okay. And a man opens the door. He stands inside the house, but with the door open. He does not invite you inside.
No, I can't imagine he would. I fluff up my hair by the way, make myself look a little prettier. Just help. Hey,
Okay.
any little bit helps. I'm sorry. I'm
He
trying
says,
to find.
how can I help you?"
I'm trying to find my money. How much money I have? Okay. Hi. I'm trying to find my money. Hang on. Listen, I cannot apologize enough for disturbing you at home. I have a bit of a blacksmithing emergency, and I have been told by Erwin at the Blue Water Inn that you are the best. I was hoping maybe you could help me.
What is the emergency?
Well, I have this long sword, and we're heading out on a bit of a secret mission, pretty hush hush, need to know basis. Don't worry about it. And I was hoping maybe you could help me silver my sword.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "That's a fairly intricate
And
process."
I like hold out like 3 gold coins. I will make it worth your while.
He says, "It would be 200 gold pieces for me to do that tonight."
Tonight?
Yes.
Done.
Okay.
He's like, sweet. Be rich.
He says, "Okay, I stop by in the morning. We'll have it for you."
I will do that.
It's only going to take him 45 minutes, so he's going to sleep again for a while.
I don't care. I want this done. And I give him 215.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, damn. That was nice of you. He doesn't count it, by the way, so he doesn't
I'm a
know.
little bit of an idiot. Okay. And I leave my sword, and I took that +1 dagger, so I just kind of grip that
Okay.
just in case.
Okay. And the rest of you, drinking at the bar. How's your drinking going?
I'm
Oh,
not
you-
drinking.
The drinking makes me feel better because I lost 30 hit points in that battle.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I thought
I'm
Yeah,
going
I-
to drink till I pass out.
I was gonna say I got hurt. I'd probably just go for bed before I got hammed.
probably should have healed you fuckers.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm drinking to get hammed, but I am having a drink.
Okay.
I'm drinking to get hammed.
Rhiannon?
Your mic's muted.
We can't
are
hear you at
muted,
all.
honey.
It's because I'm a big kid and I know how to use mute button. No, I'm drinking to drink. Like I'm not trying sloppy stupid.
Fair enough. All right, so everybody drinks and goes to bed then. All right,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, so you all go to bed. The night winds down. Nothing eventful happens. Erwin, you hear Erwin as you settle into the beds, beginning to lock up the Blue Water Inn for the evening, shutting the steel shutters on all the windows, barring the door with the steel bars. Everything is locked up very tight for the night at the Blue Water Inn.
Tight.
And that is where we will leave it for this week. As next week we will begin to investigate the Wizard of Wine's winery.
Wizards of
Alright.
Wine. Wizards of the Coast.
Of wine.
The
need to see a
Wizards
real
of
winery.
Wine winery. So, I
Great
hope
job.
that was fun and interesting, and you all enjoyed the traveling to Valakai.
I got
Indeed.
fucked up by a vampire a little bit.
meeting
Glad we're taking a
Erwin,
nap.
getting fucked
Yeah,
up by
sorry
the
guys, I
vampires.
didn't even think about it because I've got healing because I used all my spells, but I've got healing that doesn't require spells. My bad.
I had
That's
some
all right.
healing.
I sleep, I'll get my hit points back.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I know, but it
Yeah.
resets and
Tomorrow's going to be a big day. You got to deal with the winery. You got to go find your sword. It's going to be a big day. Rest up.
I bet he just stole it. He already sold your sword and kept your coin. He's like, what sword?
No, I
There's
meant the
something wrong
other.
with
I meant the
that.
other sword. You
God.
have to go
I have
find.
a dagger. I have a dagger.
He's a total douche about it.
I am
He's like, we didn't sign anything. He's like, you didn't fill out a work receipt? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. So,
Yeah.
You showed up
We're
at my
not
home
open
after
at that
hours.
time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. It's some different guy. You went to the wrong guy's house.
God
He's not even a
damn
blacksmith.
I will say, Ani is pretty naive like that.
Oh, good lord. All right. Well,
I am gonna need to know what it means to get my sword silvered. I know it's a good thing, but I'm gonna need to know what it means.
yeah.
Somebody will have to tell me.
It's basically
by
the same
next
thing we covered with Colleen, where it does by having that properties, things that have certain resistances no longer have resistances based on the fact your sword is silvered, things like that.
Right.
It'll do more damage in some cases, or do damage where no damage would have been done in other cases.
Dope.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so that was interesting. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope everybody
Yeah,
watching
awesome.
had fun. We again are keeping these shorter
Thanks for
than we
hanging
did
out,
in the
friends.
past. Yeah, we're trying to keep it in nice, compact, 2 hours inside like 2 hours ish window. It's a little bit more palatable to watch, but we are glad you joined us. If you gave us a follow, thank you for following. Zahrt, do you have anything about things?
Yeah, well, like you said, thanks for following. We're halfway to our follower goal. So if we get one more follower, we'll hit that 15 person
Give us a
goal.
follow if you watch this on YouTube. Go follow us on Twitch because then you'll know when we do this live, and it's way more fun to watch live because then you can participate.
Right.
Because
Yep.
shenanigans.
Also follow us on Twitter. That's at Attack of Op. And
Also look at the
make
king.
sure look at Laser Beam. He's going to
Laser
take
Beam.
the place of Gror next week.
That's
Upcoming
okay.
shows. Next Saturday, we've got The Solution with Trey and Emily, where they do a mystery box. And that's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern, Trey will do Playing with Myself, a solo adventure. And then we're back here on Sunday at 4 o'clock next week.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd Part 3, where we really get into the meat of this monster. I think
Into the meat of Strahd.
I think this is only going to be 5, maybe 6 parts at the most, but I think I'm aiming for 5. So
Cool.
this is gonna wind down real fast. Shit's about to hit the
We're
fan.
zipping right on through, yeah.
Great.
Shit's
Can't
about to hit
wait.
the fan.
Nice.
So be ready. But
Oh,
yeah, this was
great.
fun. Thank you, everybody. Follow us, like our pages. Come find us individually and tell us how terrible or awesome we are, and we will we will see you next week. This was fun. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.